Okay, and let me start Eclipse as well. So today we are going to start with the basic core Java concepts. So yesterday we have discussed about the importance of automation, and we have discussed about we have learned about IDE, Selenium IDE, and different variants of Selenium as well. Okay, today we'll start basics of Selenium, and let me create a new workbook here because as we are practicing with Selenium. Selenium March. Okay, March 17. Okay, yep, right. So whenever we try to open Eclipse, I'll give the couple of okay. So yesterday I think we have discussed about Eclipse as well, how to we have discussed about Java installations, and we have discussed about Eclipse installation. We have discussed about installation of Selenium IDE, and we have please be on mute. Otherwise, I'll mute everyone so that if someone would like to discuss, they'll unmute themselves and then yeah. Okay, I have muted everyone. If someone has any doubts, please unmute yourself and then you can ask me or you can ping me as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we have discussed about installations of multiple softwares and then we have discussed about Selenium IDE as well yesterday. Okay. And yeah. So we were trying to change the font also, right? Yesterday, it is going to be preference. It's going to be edit general editor text. Okay, Java. Okay, foldings. Mm, Okay, so Java, Java properties. Okay, so we have changed. In fact, appearances. Sorry, Java. Inside Java, we need to change it. Edit, and then I'll make it maybe around 20 so that it will be visible to everyone. Okay, right. Fine. Um okay. So to explain the basics of Java, first of all, let's learn about Eclipse, and then we'll continue with the basics of core Java, and then different concepts of it. Okay. So we can create a new projects here. To create a new project, we need to right click here. There are multiple options available. One is right click on this page, new, and then click on select Java project or project. Even if you select project, down the line it will ask for the Java or what project you are looking for. So we can select project Java project here. Okay, or else you can select Java project directly here as well. Okay, just a second, I'm getting a call. Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so that is how we can able to create a new project. I'll create one project for you, Java project, and provide the project name here. It is going to be core Java. Okay, and then select let it be the values as is at the moment and click on next, and then we can click on finish as well. Okay, so whenever we create a new project, it is going to have two different folders available here. It's going to be src1 folder. So src is nothing but source code where we are going to write all our programs. Okay, and we are going to get one more folder, one more library, nothing but a set of Java classes. These are not the Java classes what we have written. These are the Java classes which we came which got across when we downloaded and installed JDA 1.7 1.8, sorry, JRE 1.8. Okay, we have installed JDA 1.8, right? JDK 1.8, right? Let me show you. So we have installed Java, this one, right? So when we install this particular JDK 1.8, we would have got multiple Java classes associated to it. So multiple Java classes combined together will be formed as a jar files. So these are the jar files which come across. Okay, so that is what the reason behind is. When we install Java and then when we try to open Eclipse, we'll get this file. If we don't install Java and then when we try to open Eclipse, we don't get this file. So in that case, we cannot execute any of the Java program. So ensure the Java is installed and then we try to open Eclipse. Okay, that is a prerequisite to run any of the programs. Otherwise, no, our programs won't get executed. Okay, now to start with the basics. Okay, now let me tell you a couple of options what we have. Okay, and the other options will come to know down the line when we are working on it. Okay, so once we run any program, to run any program we need to click on this run button. To create any Java files we need to click on this. Okay, and then if you want to already open any already created Java class to open it, we can have this option, open file, which is generic. Okay, and all these other options will come to know down the line. Okay, for executing any of the programs, we have direct option available here, or else you can directly go to run menu and then select run as well. Okay, right. So this is the first program. What 1 second, I'll reduce the font little bit because the complete is not getting displayed. Okay, I'll make it 10. Okay, now I can see it completely. Hope you all can able to see my screen as well with a little bit reduced font. Okay, so new program can be, let me close this. I'll show you how to create a new program as well, new Java class as well. So I can create a new class file by right clicking on this folder and then new and then class file. This is one option. The other is I can select the folder and then I can click on this new Java class. I can click on this. Okay, I'll get this option here. I can provide the name of the file. Starting letter space won't be allowed, starting special characters won't be allowed. Okay, so we need to provide first program. Okay, special characters are not allowed. These are called as mod access modifiers. Forgot about at the moment. We are going to learn about this down the line. And at the moment, ensure that, or what is the difference between a project and a class? I'll tell you, Krishna, just give me a minute. Okay, so public static void main, accept the things that you need to select by default this public static void main at the moment. I'll explain what is this all about, why public, what is static, what is void, what is main and all. I'm going to explain this down the line, but at the moment accept the things as is. That ensure you are selecting this. Even if you are not selecting this, ensure you'll be writing this as well. At the moment I don't select it, I'll write it. Try to write the methods instead of just selecting the options what Eclipse provides, because when you write it you will remember it. Okay, so you need to write it public static void main string args. Okay, so this is the main method. So to run any of the Java program, we need to have a main method inside it, otherwise it won't execute. When I try to execute, it looks for the main method. If that is available, only it will run, otherwise it won't run. Okay, now there was a question from, let me read out the question to everyone so that it will be clarified to everyone. What is the difference between a project and a class? Project, when we are talking about, it is all about an application what we talk. For example, if you are working just forget about these things. When you join to a company, you will be assigned to a project, right? Either it's going to be one application, either it's going to be some functionality of it. That is nothing but a project. A sort of one particular application when we are working on, that's going to be a project. And program or a class is nothing but that is specific, project is specific in general, whereas class is specific to Java, which does some kind of actions. Class is something like which does some kind of actions which is specific to Java, whereas project is a generic one, a common one, right? When I talk about Gmail application, if I want to, if I'm working on Gmail, that is my project. If I'm working on Facebook, that is my project, right? So, Krishna, is that clear? Okay. How about others? Okay. Yeah. So, if I want to run any of my programs, ensure the syntax of class creation will be something like this: public class first name first program. So public, forget about this. This is a access modifier. I'll tell you down the line. Class is a keyword in Java. First program is the name of the class. Okay. Okay. One more question from Darshan. Also, one project can have many classes. Yes, I can create n, because one project, when I say Facebook, when I say Mintra is my project, Mintra has multiple modules, multiple pages in a website, correct? Yes or no, Darshan? So I'll be having multiple Java classes, multiple everything inside it, right? When I say Mintra, it is not very small thing. It does whatever Mintra application has, everything that is part of Mintra. When I talk about Amazon, it has multiple features. When you log into Amazon.com, it has many pages, many websites on many products in it, right? Everything is part of Mintra, right? I mean Amazon, right? Exactly same. So correct. Just wanted to add a point to your explanation. Yes, please. Yes, Darshan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I do understand. Yeah. So I can have okay. Good, Darshan. Yeah. uh, that is what I was looking for, these kind of response even from others, involvement even from others, so that you can learn the concept very well. Okay, so one project can have multiple classes. Okay, and these multiple classes what we are creating can interact with one by one to one within the project, but not other project. If you see here, I have created two different projects. Okay, so my programs within this project can be interacted, but not these things. Okay, right, let me explain this concept. Okay, class is a keyword, public is a keyword in Java, whereas first program is my project name, I mean class name. uh, a file, yes. A program, in fact class is a program in fact which does some action, simple. Okay. Okay, right. So here my syntax of a class is, let me remove these things. Syntax of a class is something like this: public class first name, and it will start with the brace bracket open and brace bracket close. Whatever I write, my program, my actions, my program should be inside this. Ensure if I write something outside, it will throw an error message. Say this, correct? If I throw something, if I write something like this, it will throw a message. Ensure you are writing everything inside it. Okay. Now, whatever to do some actions, there should be a main method to print any of the content. I should have 1 second. There is a, I mean, first time it loads little slowly. Down the line, it will be faster. Okay, I have clicked on shortcut. That is what it is taking time to load it. Just a second. Okay, now my first program. Okay, to let me run it. When I run this, I'll see this. Okay, say this, my first program. Forget about this part. Forget about this part. Okay, ignore this. My first program is an output what I'm getting. So whatever I write inside this system.out.println, that is get printed as is. So this will be printed only if my line is inside the main method. if I do not have these things, if I don't have this particular point, and see this, it won't execute at all. See this, starting itself it shows error message, because this won't be considered as a program. Okay, it will look for the main method. Okay, this is one thing. Second part, this is a class. Let me run it because it shows. Okay, this is a class, right? This is a class. So first program dot java is the file what we have created, right? First program dot java is a file what we have created. Now let us see what will happen. Let me go to this location. How to identify where is my program? So I can identify by right click on this, properties, path. This is the path. Okay, this is the path of it. Let me go to the path. Okay, let me go to the path and let me paste it here. Say this is the one, right? This is the program what we have created there. I'll show you. Okay, say this is the program what we have created, right? Let me close this. So what will, one second. So what will happen? I'll show you core Java. So SRC is the folder inside what we have created. When we create any program and when we run it, it is going to create an .sr class file. It will compile first and then it will execute, right? While compiling, it will create this first program .class file, okay, and then it is going to execute. Okay, right? So whatever java files, whatever we have created, it will compile and create .class file. So .java is a platform independent. What does that mean? It means the files, the Java programs what I have created can be executed on multiple environments. If I create this program on mine is currently I'm creating this program in Windows. The same program if I share across to others .class file, others who are using Linux or Apple or Windows, Macintosh, they can run this program even on their systems. Okay, that is why Java is platform independent. Okay, and that file is nothing but .class file. Okay, right? Is this clear till this point? Okay, yeah. Let me create a new class file with the data types. Data types. Okay, so now I have created one more class file. So by default what should I have to run my program? I should have a main method, right? Public static void main string args. Okay, so inside this I need to write whatever I would like to do. Okay, now I'm going to teach the data types. Okay, we are going to learn about data types. What is a data type? Same, if we want, there are multiple types of inputs what we have in our keyboard, right? For example, I have letters, numbers, special characters, everything. So all these kind of data what I'm having can be stored in different kind of data types based on their input. For example, if I want to store all the numbers, I can store in integer. I have integer as a data type. If I want to store character only one, I can have character as a data type. If I want to store some strings, more than one character, I have string data type. Okay, so let me list it out all. Int I is equal to 100. So int is a data type, integer, nothing but integer, which will store the numbers. Okay, which will store the numbers. So it means I is storing the value of 100. So wherever I'm going to use I'm going to get 100 as a value. Okay, so this is nothing but a variable, this is nothing but a data type, and this is nothing but a value. Okay, so data type, variable, and value. Okay, the same thing, I can create a variable, for example int j. Even this is an integer data type, and then j is a variable of integer data type. J is a variable of integer data type. I is a variable of integer data type which has the value of 100, whereas j doesn't have any value. This is I can assign value later. I can assign value something like here. I can assign the value something like this. It is not mandatory, only here I can assign value to it. Okay, either I can do here or I can do some other locations. Okay, so this is called as, if I create a variable with the data type, this is called as declaration. I'm declaring that j is of type integer. This is called as a declaration, whereas this is called as initialization. Okay, this is called as declarations, this is called as initialization. Okay, is that clear? Now, so integer, which will store the values, numbers, and long L is equal to, if I want to store more than 64-bit values, I can store into, this will allow, integer will allow to store only 32-bit values. Okay, the size of the number should be 32-bit, whereas long will allow 64-bit. Okay, so long is also one more data type which will store the numbers beyond 32-bit. Okay, max to 32-bit. Okay, so both will store numbers only, right? And now we have one more, float. F is equal to, okay, so what does that mean? It means float will store decimal values which is with two decimals after the decimal. Okay, with two decimals. What ideally used, int or long? If we want to store, say this, long will accept these many numbers, but integer will not accept these many numbers. I'll show you. Say this. Say this. It throws error message. What about this? F indicates that's a float values. That's an indication for it. Okay, so integer will store the values only till 32-bit, and long will store 64-bit. If you want to store the values, see, I cannot use every time printing this big value, right? Instead, I'll do one thing. I'll store this entire value into one variable, and then I'll use wherever this is required, right? So if I want to store if I want to store 64-bit value, I can use here length long. If I want to use small digits, for example 200, 500, 1000, 10,000 and all, so I'll use integer data type only. Okay, is that clear? V and even Apexa as well. Okay, how about Apexa? F indicates that this is an float type. Okay, that's an denomination for it. Yeah, right. And we have double, double D is equal to 12.3456 D. Okay, so there is a small difference between, like how what we have int and long, similarly float and double is also same. Float we can store only two decimals, whereas double we can store more than two. Okay, right? And char c is equal to, I can store any character in it, either it's going to be special or either it's going to be single character. uh, it is sometimes it is required. If you see here, it throws an error message, that is what it is mandatory. Okay, here it is not required, double case. Okay, and character, I can store special characters, or but this character which we are storing should be a single character within single quotes. Okay, within single quotes. Okay, right? So we have stored double char, and now we'll see about string str. String is a data type and even a class in Java as well, so which will store more than one character. A sentence and all we can store it, but if you want to store any string, we need to that should be within double quotes. Okay, this is my second day of Selenium. Okay, say this, right? Now when we are typing all this, why are we getting this blue symbols, I mean light symbols here? What are these? This is nothing but we are allocating a space in the memory, that whenever we declared any variable, we are allocating a space to it, but that space is not getting utilized, not used. Unnecessarily we are creating a space. That is what it is. This is nothing but a warning what it is showing to us. Okay, this is nothing but a warning what it is showing us, saying that boss, you have used the space, but that is not getting utilized. Either you destroy it or else use it. Okay, so how to use it? Simple. If I want to print system dot, yeah, system dot out dot print ln is used to print any of the variable. Say this, if I want to print directive value, I can directly write 100 within quotes and then print it. Let me run it. Say this 100. But if I want to print a variable, the value assigned to a variable, say this is a variable and the value assigned to it is 2050. If I want to print this variable value, I should not put that within double quotes. It should be blank. Okay, and then if I run it, I'm going to get that 2050. But what will happen if I put it within double quotes? I'm going to get this character instead of a variable. This will be considered as a character but not as a variable. Okay, so if you want to print any variable value, that should be without any quotes, right? So let me print all others. Say the light symbol was gone for this, right? Sorry, let me print all other as well. Yeah, shortcut on our keyboard will be type sys, exactly, control space to have the entire, yeah, correct, control space. Yeah, there is another symbol in white. What is it? uh this one, right? That will go off when we use it, when we use for multiple operations to it. We ignore that case. That is not at all, very rare cases will get it. Yeah, and I'll comment out this because that is not required. And I, this is going to be L, and this is going to be, what about this, F, and this is going to be D, and this is going to be C, and this is going to be str. Okay, let me print out. Say this, lights are gone, even the other white symbol is also gone after printing. Okay, how about the results? Say this, results is also good. Okay, right? Okay, now we'll see about string str. Okay, string str, for example str1, this is going to be str2, this is going to be str1. Why this is okay? Text file. Okay, right. Now if I want to concatenate between two different strings, I can use same plus str2, and if I run it, say this is my second day of Selenium test files. If I want to add two different variables, integer I plus long L, I can add it, right? So what I can do, I plus L, here I can put it. Let me see the answer of it. Say this. Okay, but instead of putting here, I'll make it as a separate, so that while I'll be sharing across these programs, right? So that it will be good for you as well to practice. Okay, so what I'll do, sys shortcut, what I'll do, I plus L. Okay, so I'm concatenating two, and then what if I concatenate a number and a string? What will happen? So shortcut I plus str. Okay, let me run and show you. Oh, there is a okay str1, right? Sorry. Okay, say this. This is my second. Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is the addition what it is getting performed here, and this is 2050. This is my second day of session. Okay, so what will happen if I add this I plus L plus str1? So what will happen if I add I plus L plus str1? What it does, it will add the I value, it will add the L value, and then concatenate with the str1 value. What will happen if I add str1 plus I plus L? So a small difference, and you might feel a small confusions here. So these two will be get additioned, and it will be concatenated with the string. Whereas in this case, this string will be concatenated with this value and then concatenated with this thing. No, there won't be addition happen with these two, but here in this case addition will happen, right? Let me show you. Say this, addition happened and then concatenation, but here in this case there is no addition. Say this, 2050 as a separate and 1 2 3 4 5 as a separate. Okay, is that clear? Any confusions here? Any reason why is not reflecting same results? Yes, I'm good. Okay. Reason, it will look here in this case, this first value it got number, second value it got number, so it has added. After that it goes a text which is just connected to it. But here in this case, this is a vote which these two operations will be performed first. So what will happen? A vote plus number which will be concatenated, and finally it is getting concatenated with this. Right? Is that clear, Snehal? Snehans? Okay. Okay. Right. So moving to the next topic. Uh, this is all about the data types and the basic data types what we are going to cover. Okay, and then Why it is showing still in warning? Is there any other variable which I missed? Okay, str2. We didn't use str2. Let us use here str2. Okay. Okay, fine. Now there won't be any confusion. Okay, because even this indication gone. Okay, right. Conditions. We are done with on data types. Now, let me create a new Java class for conditions. So I'm going to now we'll teach about multiple conditions and if conditions. Okay. Okay, conditions. I'm not selecting this one, but I'm going to write it. Please, when you guys practicing, please write the method instead of just selecting from the options, because when you write it, you'll remember it. Once you are very much comfortable, that time you can select it, no worries. But starting, try as much as you can write it on the Eclipse itself. Okay. So I'm just writing for your sake, public static void main string args. Okay, so here inside, now we are going, let me teach you about the compare conditions comparisons. Okay, so I'll take int I is equal to 100, sorry, int I is equal to 100, int j is equal to 200, int k is equal to 300. Now what is this called as? Is this a declaration or initialization? This is called as initialization, correct? Okay, now I want to compare which is the biggest value and I just want to print that biggest value. Okay, so how to do that? If I, okay, I greater than j and I greater than k, then system.out.println I, sorry, I is the greater number space plus I. Plus I is a concatenation, right? I told you right earlier, the text and plus I will be a concatenation where this number, this sentence and the number will be added. I mean concatenated. Okay, so this will get printed, right? So if these two conditions, when I mention AND operator between, only if these two conditions were satisfied, this will get executed. If either of these two conditions or both the conditions or either of the conditions were not satisfied, then this will come out of the loop and this condition will try to be verified. Okay, if j greater than k. Okay, so what will happen? I'll tell you, just give me a minute. J, and this is going to be j. Okay, so here, if first condition, if I greater than j and I greater than k, then I is greater. Okay, if both the conditions were not satisfied or at least one condition is not satisfied, because AND operator what we have mentioned, then this won't go inside this brace brackets, this won't go inside this brace bracket, it will come out of the brace bracket and it will check for one more condition, which is j greater than k. Is that correct? Is that correct? No. If that is correct, then this is going to be printed. Else, if this condition is not satisfied, then this will come out of the loop and then this will get executed. So let me show you one more thing. First, this is going to be verified. If both the conditions were satisfied, then the code inside this brace brackets will get executed. If any of these conditions were not satisfied, then it is going to verify this condition. Even if this condition is not satisfied, this won't go inside it. This will come here and this will be printed. Okay, is that clear? For AND statements, yes, we can write this one also. Okay, let me run it. Say this k is greater number. Okay, k is greater, right? Let me change I value as 1000. Now let me run it. Say this I is greater number 1000. What about if I mention j as 2000? Say this j is greater than 2000. Okay, is that clear? Okay, Apeksha, is that clear to you as well? Because I changed to double N to single N. Yes. How about others, please? Okay. Okay, right. So moving to the next topic, we'll cover with we don't need else if in third condition. Yes, only because only final statement. See if 1, 2, and 3. If first one is I is not greater, j is not greater, then no need to compare anything here. By default, k is going to be greater. Simple. Correct? That is the logic what we have here. Okay. Now let us, yeah, got it. Yeah. Now let me teach you about the loops. I'll create a new program here. I'll close this. I'll create a new program, loops. Okay. Again, whatever you'd like to have it, you should write within the class itself. It's going to be public static void main string args. Okay, so within this whatever we would like to have, we should write it. Okay, so now we'll teach about loops. I'll teach about while loop and for loop as well. Okay, so I'll teach both while loop and for loop. First we'll go with while loop. Someone commented. Okay, okay, right. So I'll go with while loop first. While loop sorry. Okay, so I'm going to declare initialize int I is equal to 0, and then while I less than 5. Okay, I'll provide less than 5, and I'm going to print I is less than 5. Okay, and then okay, and then I'm going to print that I also. Here I can do, I'll give a space and then plus I, and then I'm going to plus, I'll increment this as well. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'll explain. Just give me a minute. I'll explain. Okay, super. I is less than 5 till okay 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, right. See this. This is a kind of iterations what we are doing. When I say loops, it is a kind of iterations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till the condition gets satisfied. Okay, so to do that we have two different options available. One is while loop, the other is for loop. Okay, So as part of while loop, how we are going to perform is I'm going to initialize the variable int I is equal to 0. Now as a while condition, I'm going to check I is less than 5. What is the value of I? It's going to be 0, right? 0 is less than 5 or not? 0 is less than 5, true, right? So this is going to be print, and I value will become 1 now. I plus plus, what does that mean? I plus plus is nothing but I increment the value of I with 1. Increment value of I with 1. So what is I value? 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Now 0 plus 1 is 1, right? Now it will come again here. 1 is less than 5, true. Again this will be printed. Again this will be executed. Now what is the value of 1? Value of I? 1, right? 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is less than 5, correct. Again this will be printed. Again this will be executed. So till I got 4, now 4 plus 1 is 5, right? So 5 is less than 5, valid? No. Then this will come out of the loop and this will stop executing. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, or any doubts please? How about others? Okay, good. Yeah. So this is how we can able to execute a simple loops, while loop. Now I'll teach you about for loops. Okay. So for loop is similar to while loop, but instead of while loop we'll be using for loop, okay, in our programs. I'll tell you what is the reason behind that. For syntax it's going to be similar. Say this, syntax is changes, but the concept will be similar. Say this, for I is equal to int I is equal to 0, right? What we have used, same copy paste. Int I is equal to 0, I less than 5, right? What is next one? This one, put it here, quote. And what is that increment? Copy this, put it here, simple. I cannot use same variable twice, right? That is what it is showing error message. I'll change to different variable, j and j. Okay, see this, very simple, right? All three different things I made it in a single line, and a bracket opened. Inside this I'll write this part. I'll make it 3. I'll make it 3 here. Okay, very simple. So this is going to perform same as is as while loop. So what it does, j value is 0, j is less than 3. So it means 0 is less than 3, correct? Then this will get printed. After printing, it will come here. Now what will be the j value? 1. 1 is less than 3, yes, this will get printed. Now it will come again here. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is less than 3, yes, print this. Again it will come here. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 is less than 3, false. Then this won't get executed. This will come out of it. Okay, is that clear? We uh, we did not decrease. We did not decrease. We have increased, right? Increment. This is an increment operator. What we have performed. Declare. Which one we have declared, right? Int j is equal to 0. What do you mean by declare? I didn't get your question, V. We have declared. Say this, int. J is a data variable of data type integer. We have declared here, right? So Java will consider J as a variable which has a value of 0. Okay, right. Let me run it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. See this? I'll show the complete results. 1 second. To have a small difference between these two, I will print. See this? This is the result of while loop and this is the result of for loop. Okay, is that clear? Okay, any doubts or is that clear? Okay, that means for and while both are same, no difference. Exactly, but for looks very much better compared to while loop. So we'll be using for, we won't be using while. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll start with. Let me teach you about nested for loop as well. Okay. Don't get confused. I'll teach you, but no worries. If someone is not unable to identify nested for loop, no worries. For loop. No worries. I'll explain. No worries. Even you can copy the code and then practice it. No worries. If somebody is getting worried about it. Okay. Nested, N-E-S-T-E-D, nested for loop. Very simple. As we copied while for loop with the content which is there in for while loop, right? Similarly, I'll be doing even for while for loop also. Nested for loop is nothing but more than one for loop what we are having it. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll just copy paste everything for loop. I don't do anything. I'll just copy paste and I'll put it here. Right, I'll do and I can't use j variable again twice, right? I'll use k here also k. I'll use k again here, and then this is going to be k, and this is going to be k. Right now, so what I'll do, I'll again copy this for loop again. Okay, I'll j you can use again as you are defining as j is equal to 0. Uh, Yes, it is not all about J again defining, but if that is two different variables, what I'm going to use it, but outside of these brace brackets. Okay, let me copy this. I'm just copying the for loop again, and what I'm going to do inside this for loop, inside this brace bracket, I'm just going to paste it here, and this one I ijk L 1 second, I'll explain what I'm doing. Yeah, simple. Can we use the same variable with different conditions? No, we could not. We should not use that because it is a kind of duplication. Yep. different you can use the same variable value, same variable can be used, but not for different data types when you if you would like to change it, or if you want to pass a different value to it. Okay, is that clear? Who was the one? Is that clear? Yeah, okay. Yeah, in this case, Ankit, yes, as j is equal to 0, we can use this one as j as well. Okay, same variable can be used. No need to declare, and again we can just use it. Okay, but we can't use it with a different variable or different values changing and all. Okay, so for loop, nested for loop is having more than one for loop that can be easily added by, say this, I didn't do anything. I had a for loop inside this. I'm just pasting one more for loop. That's it. And I'm changing this variable as L. I can use that also, but let me, for differentiation, I can use this. Okay. Say this. Yeah. Say this. Very simple, right? So inside for loop after brace bracket, this one. So what will happen? Now let me tell you how the execution will be. So here, what is k value now? K is equal to 0 and it will, k is less than 3. Condition is valid, right? Then this will come inside this brace bracket, right? This will come inside this brace bracket. And now here, L is equal to 0. Now what is the value of L here? What is the value of L here? L is equal to 0. Okay, so L is less than 3, 0 is less than 3, valid, right? So this will come inside this brace bracket, this will get printed, correct? And this won't be come out of loop because condition got satisfied, so this will be printed. Now L value will be incremented. What is L value now? 1. 1 is less than 3. What is L value now? 1. So 1 is less than 3, valid. This will be printed again. Again L plus plus. What is L value now? 2. This will be printed. Again what is L value? 3. 3 is less than 3. So it means this will come out of the loop and this will be printed. And after printing this, what will happen? It will go to this increment, right? K value increment. So what is K value? 1. 1 is less than. What is K value here? It's going to be 1. So 1 is less than 3. Yes, then this will come again inside. Then this will be executed again with 0, 1, 2. Guys, getting? Let me show you. Say this. 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1. Why am I getting in different formats? Okay, because I have given both the cases, I have given as 3, right? That is the reason. I'll give 4 here and I'll give 4 here. And let me run and show you. 40, 41, 42, 43, 30. 40, 41, 42, 43, 31. 40, 41, 42, 43, 32. Okay, good. No worries. I got. Right. So, guys, is that clear for loop? Uh, Himanshu, no worries. You can try it. If that is still not working, you can just copy paste this code and then use it wherever it is required. Very rarely, while working with Excel, we are going to use it. If still if still someone is looking for again and again, very simple V, because say this, for is nothing but till we get this condition satisfied, this will be printing for each and every value of I, every value of j, correct? So first value is 0, this will be printed. Then 0 will be become as 1. 1 is less than 3. Is that true? Yes, again this will be printed. 1 to 1 will be become 2. 2 is less than 3. True, again will be printed. Now 2 plus 1, 3. 3 is less than 3. False. Then this will come out of the loop. It means this will be printed 3 times. When j is equal to 0, when j is equal to 1, when j is equal to 2. Similarly, even in the nested for loop, it is going to do the same thing. Okay, if someone is not very clear on the nested for loop, please do not worry. You can use the same coding only in case of while working with Excel. We will be using this, otherwise we won't be using much on the nested for loop. Okay, so you can try to practice. Even someone is not getting, they can use the code and then use it. Okay, no worries, no head shakes, nothing. Yeah, is that fine? We is that I mean, is your query clarified? Okay, but how to use it when not understood exactly? Please let me know if that is not clear. I'll explain you again, Himanshu. K will be printed 3 times V. It is not. It is, I'll explain again nested for loop, but V say this. It is not printed only once. Say this. It is printed every time. I'll show you. This is 1. This is 2. And this is the third time. Correct? Is that clear? Where is the console? Have you seen the console? See this? I'll show you the console. Check it. K is less than. K is less than 3 and K is, this is the 3 times. Okay. Forget about nested for loop. Okay. Whenever we don't be much using it. Okay. No need to break your heads at this moment for nested for loops. Okay. Just leave it. We won't be using much also. If that is getting to be used, because the concept I don't think you guys were getting. Okay. Let me try explaining once again. I'll remove this part. Hope everyone can able to understand this. This is only one for loop. Yes or no? Yes. How about others? Yes. How about others? How about others, please? Yeah, I'm looking for V response as well. Yep. Okay. Good. Now, for each and every iteration, it is going to be printed, right? So K is equal to 0. So it is going to check this condition. So 0 is less than 3, which is valid. True or false? True, right? 0 is less than 3, true, right? Then this is going to be printed. And then after printing this, K value will be become 1, because when I say K plus plus, this is nothing but K value. What is K value? 0. 0 plus 1 is nothing but K value is 1 now. Again this will come here. 1 is less than 3. True or false? True or false? True, right? Then this will be printed again. Then what is the K value now? 2. Then this will 2 is less than 3, valid. This will be printed. Now what is the K value? 3. 3 is less than 3. Is that valid condition? Guys, is that valid condition? No, right? Then this will come out of the loop. Similarly, what I'm going to do, I'll just copy paste the same code and put it inside this brace bracket of first for loop, paste it here. L L L L. I'll make it, I don't make it too complicated, I'll make only two. Okay, I'll show you. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Don't get confused. I just copied inside it. Nothing else. I didn't do anything. I changed the variable and this here variable. That's it. I didn't change anything else. Just copied inside. What will happen now? K is equal to 0. Okay. K is equal to 0. 0 less than 3 valid. Yes. Then what will happen? This will go inside, right? Whatever is there inside this, that has to be executed, and then this will come again here. So when it goes inside, it has to be executed. If I mention a condition again, okay, if I mention a condition again, okay, then that has to be executed here. So L is equal to 0, 0 less than true, yes, then this is going to be printed. Again, this won't get printed because once this condition got uh, false, only then this will be printed. Okay, so first time 0, L is equal to 0, this will be printed. L is equal to 1, this will be printed. L is equal to 2, then the condition false, then this will be printed. And now this will be incremented, k value 1, condition verified, then again. Is that clear? Even if this is not clear, please guys leave it, no worries. While yeah, super. Even this is not clear, please don't break your heads, no worries, because only in one situations we are going to use it. Yeah, and that time you can just copy paste the code. Yeah, yeah, let me run it. Okay, I'll run the code and I'll show you results as well. Say this 202130 202131 20222132. So this is how we are going to get it. Okay, reason why are we using in this format, I'll show you. So why are we using, if we open any kind of excels, say this how this can be noted, like 100, this is going to be 0102. What about this 01? Oh sorry, 10, this is going to be 0001 000102 101112, right? This is going to be 202122. So in all these cases, first number is going to be constant and second number is going to be incremented, right? So to identify this particular cell, it is going to be E10. How about this F10? So 10 is going to be constant, only this column is getting changed. So in those cases, we are going to use it 202132 30 202131 202132. Okay, so forget about this if someone is not clear on this. Okay, only while working on the Excel we will be getting it. That time you can just copy paste, use it. Otherwise I'll explain again during that time. At the moment you can just try to practice, run the program on your system and try to check it. Yeah, is that okay? Right, let us start with okay, let us start with arrays. I'll close this for loops, and then I'll create a new program called arrays. Okay, so I am going to I'm going to create a main method, right? Public static void main string args. Okay, so I have created. Okay, so we'll work on arrays. Okay, one dimensional array and two dimensional array. Okay, one dimensional arrays. Okay, so arrays are to store multiple values to a variable. Till now, if I mention int a is equal to 100, this is the variable a where I would like to store only one value to it, correct? I cannot store beyond one value, right? But arrays are the one which I can store multiple values to it. Either 100, 200, 300, 400, all these values can be stored to the same array variable. Okay, so how that can be defined? Int a of is equal to new int of. Okay, so we need to mention here how many number of values what we would like to store. Either it's going to be 5, 4, and all. Say this. This is the syntax of one dimensional array. If you want to store multiple values, how to store multiple values? Is equal to 100. A of 0 is equal to 100. A of 1 is equal to 200. Sorry. Okay, correct. A of 2 is equal to 300. A of 3 is equal to 400. A of 4 is equal to 500. Okay, so we have five different values which are stored, but the number, these are called as indexes. Though I mentioned 5 here, our index will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So total 5 values what I could like to store. I have stored. If I try to store beyond the limit, I'm going to get an error message saying that index out of bound exceptions when I try to print it. Okay, when I try to print this, how to print the arrays? Let me show you. System.out.println a of 5. Let me show you. Say this, array index out of bounds exceptions. It means the maximum length of the array should be 5, but you are trying to store the sixth one. If I change this value, still, because I should delete this part. Okay, so you can see that the values has been changed. I mean, value has been printed. Okay, is that clear? Okay, print all values together. Yes, we are going to discuss that also down the line, Darshan. Yeah, by using for loop we can print all these values. Okay, by using for loop. What is an array? Array is an as I explained starting itself. I don't know whether you are listening or not. So array, to store multiple values to an variable, we are going to use arrays. In case of variables, in case of declaring a variable, I can store only one value to yes. Whereas in case of arrays, we can store multiple values to it. Right? And arrays I can declare using this. This is syntax for declaring arrays. Okay, right? Now to print one by one, I can print one value something like this. And to print one by one, let me show you. For int I is equal to 0 and I less than a of dot length, a dot length, a dot, okay, length, say this. So a dot length is nothing but it is going to fetch what is the length of the array. What is the length of the array? It's going to be 5, right? Length of the array is 5, which will start from 0 till 4. Okay, and I plus plus inside. Okay, now I can print system.out.println. Okay, a of I, very simple. So what will happen? I is equal to 0. 0 is less than, what is the length of the array? 5. 0 is less than 5. Yes. Then it will come inside a of I. What is the I value? 0. A of 0. What is a 0 value? A of 0. What is a of 0? 100. 100 will get printed. Then this will come again here. Then this will come again here. 0 is less than, this will come here. I value will become 1. 1 is less than length 5. Then a of 1 will be printed. Okay, so this is how all values get printed. Let me show you. See this? I'll comment out this, otherwise you'll get confused. See this? 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. Okay, this is how we can get the values to it. Okay, right? This is how we can give it. Okay, why did you start with 0? I didn't start with 0. Which one? This one you're talking about? Because I want to start to print with from the starting, right, Himanshu? Right, Nirav? Sorry. Because that is how the sequence what we have, right? I can't randomly print it. First I with 2, after that 0, after that 4. Yes, because index will start with 0. That is the reason. Always starts with 0. Correct. Exactly. Are you clear? Yes. Okay. Okay. Super. Yeah. Okay. This is how we can print one-dimensional array. Now we'll see about two-dimensional arrays. We'll see that is the we have seen one-dimensional array with an integer data type. Now we'll see about uh, one-dimensional array of string data type. Okay, string str is equal to new string of. Okay, I'll store the values only 2. I don't take much. Okay, str is equal to some value test1. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this, put it here, test2, and this is going to be 0 and this is going to be 1. Simple, right? Once we are done with this, what will happen? How to print it? System.out.println. Now str of 1, let me print it. test2. Okay, now what if I want to print in a sequence? I can just copy paste this for loop and I can print. I can use j value, or else let it be, I can use this one as str, and I can use this one as str. Okay, let me run it. Test2 is nothing but this one, don't get confused. Test1 and 2, simple. Okay, so is this clear? Even with the string one dimensional array as well. The same of integer type I have used with string as well. Okay, is that clear? Any doubts till this point? Please let me know if any doubts. Okay, super. Super, yeah. Okay, now we'll talk about two-dimensional arrays now. Okay, I'll separate this by using two-dimensional arrays. Okay, so I'll create two-dimensional arrays using integer only. Int b of syntax. Guys, see this syntax what I'm writing, int. Okay, so here this is nothing but rows and columns. So I have 2 rows and 3 columns. When I say 2 rows and 3 columns, nothing but this. Okay, so 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay, now how to store the same format? So when I say integer, it means I can store only the integer values to it, right? So hope you are clear on that part. Okay, is equal to 100 is equal to 10. Sorry, I'll make it as 0 0. I'll copy paste this 0 1 0 2. Okay, 1 0 1 1 1 2. That's it, because only 2, right? 2 I have, right? That is the reason. 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2. 10 20 30 40 50 60. Okay, hope you are clear till this point, right guys? What is your doubt, V? So two-dimensional array syntax will be like this. So instead of one bracket, it is going to be 2, and I need to provide 2 different values, the number of rows and columns what I'm going to store. For example, considering as an Excel. Okay, it's like the Excel column method, rows and columns. Exactly, Snehal. Yeah, which value you are assigning in raw? It's a row. It's not raw. Okay, and which value you are assigning in column? Yes. this is nothing but a row and this is nothing but a column. Okay, rows and columns. Let me write it on top. Okay, this is row and column. Okay, this is row and column. Okay, now to print this, system.out.println b, we can use 1 1. Okay, let me print it. See, 1 1, it is going to be 50, right? 50. Got it? If you want to print 1 2, I'll get 60. Yeah, this is how it can be printed. And if you want to know the size of this array, we can get it by b of dot length. Okay, so when I mention this length, I'm going to get the columns of it. Say this 3, because I've used two-dimensional array can only store same data type value. Exactly. Not only two-dimensional array, Apexa, either it's going to be one-dimensional array, either it's going to be two-dimensional array. We are going to create based on the data type. So it means when we are creating using integer, we can store only the integer values. Either it's going to be one-dimensional or either it's going to be two-dimensional. But in case of and similarly, if I create a one-dimensional or two-dimensional with the string data type, it can store only the string values. Okay, we have other concepts other than the arrays, that is nothing but collections classes, which there is no dependency what kind of data which can be stored. We can store any kind of data over there. Okay, so which I'll be explaining upcoming in the upcoming sessions. Okay, is that clear? Okay, right. Yeah, super. Yeah. Can we see the length of both row and column? Exactly. I'm going to show that. Yeah. This is the length of the column, and to know the length of the row, I'll present in on the top. Okay. Okay. This will print length of length of row. Length of row and column. Let me print it. Say this 2 and 3. Okay, this is how we can get the length of row and columns. Okay, is that clear? Right. Okay, super. Right. Okay, this is all about and to print all values again, we'll be using two-dimensional, nested for loop, which no worries, I don't write it. You can practice it, the nested for loop, once you are very much clear, and then you can try on this one. Okay. So even here, reason say this with the 0, we are trying with multiple 0 0 0 1 0 2. So in case of 0, I'll be iterating the values of columns. With the one row, I'll be reiterating the values of columns again. Okay, is that fine? Is that fine? Can we continue with the next topic? Any other doubts, please? Okay. Question on printing row. Yes, please. Yeah, no problem, Darshan. You can ask me any question, no problem. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, what is your question, Darshan? I'm just waiting for it. We declared b dot length, yes. While printing column, it was b dot, yeah, exactly. So the difference between that is, as this, if you see the syntax of two-dimensional array, the first one is nothing but a row, first one, second one is nothing but a column, right? So when we mention this is nothing but, in this case, this is row, this is column. So to identify this, we need to use this dot length to get this. But to get this value, we need to use this one dot length. Simple, very simple. Okay, to get this value, total this dot length, but to get this value, only this dot length. Is that clear, Darshan? Okay, simple. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll be moving on to the OOPS concepts now. Okay, we'll be moving on to the OOPS concepts a little bit uh, uh, advanced kind of things, which is basic for core Java. Okay, so I'll create a new class here, OOPS concepts. Okay, so I'll create a new class here, and then I'll create a main method, public static void main string args. Okay, inside this, okay, okay, right. But before that, before going to the OOPS concepts, I would like to explain static and functions and static and non-static stuffs as well. Functions. Functions is nothing but a set of lines which will do some kind of actions. Okay, which will do some kind of actions. So this is one. Functions are methods. Okay, this is, what is this? Is main method, correct? This is a main method, right? When, if I want to write one more method, I will be writing one more method. So I should not write the method inside another method. Okay, so I'll write a one more method like public static void add numbers. Say this, int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b, and I'll be printing c. Okay, this is one method which does addition operation, right? Which does addition operation. So this is one method, and this is also one method. This is main method, but this is the customized method what we have created. A method should not be created inside another method. Remember, guys, a method should not be created inside another method, right? This method is a static method. This method is a static method. What about this main method? Even that is also static method, right? So when a method is a static, that particular method can be directly called, sorry, See this? Directly called with the method name. That's it. To execute this method, without doing this, if I run it, it won't perform any action. See this? I'll run it. See this? It doesn't do any kind of actions. We need to call this method to execute, otherwise it won't do any action. How to call it? Copy, paste, and put. This is the way to call this function. And then now run it. See this 30. You can call n number of times. See this? 30, 30, 30. Okay, getting? Guys, getting? Hello? Okay, right? Reason, this is a static function. Even the main method is also static. That is the reason we need to call this method in this format. If this is not a static, we can't call in this format. See this, it throws error message. Okay, Raghu, if we are changing this one, we have removed this static. Why can't we remove this static? No, main method every time that should be by default static. You cannot change anything from here. Ensure, guys, in this line, do not change anything because Java won't accept. These are our methods. These can be changed as however we are looking for. Okay, if this is a static, we can call directly with the method name. If this is not static, then how to call this method and execute inside the static stuff? How to call? The other way how to call is nothing but this class name. Copy the class name. C is equal to new class name of C dot add numbers. I'll explain, no worries. Say this. If I am trying to call a non-static method, this is a non-static method. Okay, I'm trying to, any questions? No, okay, good. So if I'm calling a if I have created a non-static method, to call the non-static method inside a static main function, I should create an object for the class, and then based on this object reference, I should call these methods. Okay, now let me explain what is an object. Let me open a small PPT on this. Let me open a small PPT on this so that, okay, 11, 12, where is 12? Okay, so now we are at the object level, right? That is what I would like to show you, a small PPT. Okay, introduction to OOPS, object oriented programming. Okay, so your agenda would be data types, loops, arrays, object classes, and methods. We have learned about data types, we have learned about loops. When we talk about loops, we have learned about for loop, while loop, and for loops, if conditions as well. And we have learned about arrays as well. When we talking about arrays, we learned about one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays as well. Okay, now we are starting with objects. Okay, object concept. Okay, let me go to the down one, for loop. Okay, object. Okay, now let me teach you what is a class, what is an object. A template for creating objects. In other words, class is a group of objects that has common properties. Okay, object, an entity that has state and behavior. An object can be anything in real world like dog, car, bike, etc. What is a class? What is an object? I'll explain you. Yep. This an image or a design of any kind of mobile is considered as a class. Okay, see this guys, you can see an image of a mobile or a design of a mobile which is considered as a class. So can you, if I give this to anyone, can you guys able to use this mobile? No, right? Based on this reference of this particular image or a design, there will be multiple mobiles created. One is Apple, my whatever it is, multiple models, whatever it is can be created. All these are called as an objects. Guys, getting? Objects are the ones which are created based on the class reference, based on the reference of a class. The image of this mobile, which is nothing but a class here, the objects which are defined or created based on that reference is called as objects. Objects can be used. Guys, getting any doubts here? This is the main concept for OOPS concepts. Okay. So I can create multiple mobiles here based on this reference. Okay. And all this, say this class is nothing but an image. I have multiple objects, multiple mobiles where anyone can use it. Okay. And if you see dog reference, what we have, and the dogs which are there left and right, those are the actual objects what will be considered. Okay. Dog is a generic name here, which is nothing but a class, and the object is nothing but all the different varieties of dogs, variable size and all, methods, eat and all. Okay. Now leave it out. Leave it out. Similarly, a class is nothing but having multiple features, variables, methods, and all. But we cannot use directly class, right? We need to create an object and then use it. How to create an object for a class? Anyone can able to create object by class name. This is object reference is equal to new class name. This is the way an object can be created for any class. Okay. There is one more way. Even this will be considered as an object. This is also an object. Even this is also an object. One question from, can you give an example with application? Application, I didn't get you. Which application are you talking about, Hardeep? We are not started with any of the application at the moment on Selenium. So we're just learning about the objects. Simple, I'll tell you one. You're talking about example for class and object, is it, Hardeep? Hardeep, are you there? Can you please elaborate your question so that I can clarify? Okay. So when we're talking about object and class and object difference, see, I have created one design of a mobile, okay? So which has calling feature, which has typing feature, which has chatting feature, which has WhatsApp application, games, everything. Now, if I give my developers, my manufacturers to manufacture the product using this as a reference, they have created 100 mobiles, okay? And if I distribute 100 mobiles to 100 different customers, will 100 mobiles will be having same features which I have as a model in my hand, which is a class? Yes or no? Why? Why it is no, Hardeep? Reason, I asked developer to provide to create to manufacture the product based on this design. Even if they create one product or 1,000 products or 1 lakh products, those products should be based on this particular design. Correct? Okay, right? So in that case, so the number of products what they have created, so they can use it. So those are the actual products, nothing but those are actual objects, right? Similarly, this is a class, this is an object reference is equal to this is an object, right? So using this object reference, okay, how to create an object for any class? You can create object either by using this step or using this step, but we prefer to use this step. Okay, now to explain, can you create multiple objects to understand? Yes, I can say this. For the same class, I can create multiple objects. But object reference to be changed. When I say reference, it is a kind of a name what I am looking for. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6 and C7. Say this, right? Though whatever mobile I am having, whatever mobile you are having, are two different mobiles which are derived from the same design. Similarly, C1, C2 are two different object references but are defined from the same object. This is nothing but an object. Same object. Is there any change between these two? Yes or no? Is there any difference between these things? No. Only the object references got changed. Is that clear? Okay. Yeah. How about others? Okay. Superb. Right? Okay. Right. This is how we can create object for any class. Why do we need to create? We need to have an object. I'll tell you down the line. Okay. No worries. Right. So this is the line how to create an object, but try what is this? I'll tell you. This is a class. This is an object reference, and this is known as an object. If someone asks in interviews, you can mention this. This is a class. This is an object reference. This total is nothing but an object. Don't mention that, guys. This is not an object. This is just an object reference. Name for an object. That's it. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me forget about this. Now, why do we need an object? Why do we need an object? We have two different types of methods. Say this. This is one method. Yes or no? I'll add one more method to subtract sub numbers. So I'll give 50, I'll give 20, I'll give a minus b. Okay. So this is for subtract and this is for addition. Okay. So what will happen? Why it is throwing error? Okay, nothing. Okay. So what will happen if you see here in both the cases? Oh. Okay, in these cases, this let me make this as static. Okay, so I have two different methods. One is a static method, the other is non-static method. Static methods can be called by using, by directly pulling it here. Static methods, big reason this is static and even this is also static. Correct. So we are calling inside the main method, right? So main method is static and even sub numbers is also static. That is what we are calling directly like this. But whereas for non-static methods, to call this directly method, we cannot call directly like this. We cannot call directly like this. Reason, this is not a static. So inside a static main function, to call a non-static function, we need to create an object reference, and with this object reference, we can call the non-static function. Let me run it. See this 4030. Okay, is that clear? Guys, is that clear? Okay, good. Right? So this is very simple to understand. Static object creations are to call the methods which are non-static. Okay, and I can create multiple methods and I can use it. Okay, right? Let me delete all these things, or else I can comment. To comment multiple lines, what I should write slash star, and at the end again star slash. That's it. All those lines will become non-static, commented lines. Okay, right. Now, let me explain the concept of, okay, one question from Murli. Can you please ping me your number? I would like to have a quick call after the session. Regarding, I have a question. When I was downloading, any questions or any kind of discussions, please send out an email to Madhu and CC me, Murli. Yeah, yes, please. Because that's a process what we follow. Please don't mind. Huh? Okay, and there was a question. Okay, hi Raghavendra, I have a question. When I was downloading Selenium, I need to know how to download Selenium Java jar files. Can you help me to log into my computer through TeamViewer? It would not take much time. Any time? Okay, Rama, we can do this, but please send out an email to because TeamViewer has to be provided by. Approval has to be provided by Madhu. Please send out an email to Madhu and CC me as well, so that we can, once after the sessions, we can continue verifying that part. Okay, guys. Okay. Oh, is it okay? Okay. Then he mailed you. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, we can do that part. No worries. Yeah. We can. Okay. I'll. Thanks. Okay. I'll do one thing. Okay, we can do that, but when can we do that? I'll let you know. Okay, I will maybe after my dinner. I'll see. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be online. You can message me or you can mail me across. I'll see. Yeah. And for the other person, Murli, you can mail me and Madhu on that. Okay, so that we can help you out. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. There was a question. Can you please share PPT? Yeah, I'll send the PPT. Yeah, PPT does not have any kind of much information, just an outline, because that is what we are going to discuss in the sessions. Okay, but still, no worries. I can share the PPT. No worries. Yeah. If else, while, for loops, nested for loops, arrays, one-dimensional arrays, two-dimensional. Which one is most common used for Selenium? When we are when typical question, when we are going through all these topics, all are very much needed, except nested for loop. Nested to for loop only in one case while working with Excel. Otherwise we don't be using on nested for loop. Otherwise all other concept will be using in some other ways. And I missed out one more thing. One dimensional and two dimensional arrays, we won't be using it. We'll be rarely using it. I don't say won't be, but will very rarely will be using it. Okay, because we have collection concept where we'll be using different classes over there, right? Okay, and I didn't get your question, Darshan. All, when you mention all, okay. Oh, you are replying to the V answer, is it? Okay, yeah, I answer. Yeah, got it. Okay, yep. Any other questions? We have another 5 minutes. I don't want to start the new topic. If we have any other questions, I can clarify those questions which are specific to everyone, which are generic things which will be common to everyone. Okay. Any questions what we have? Please let me know. How can we create multiple objects with another method? Objects can be created for a class apeksha. It is not for a method. Objects can be created for class, and with that object reference you can call a number of methods. For example, in this example itself, what I can do, we have two methods, right? Let me remove this one as well. So now I have two different methods, both are non-static. It means I can use these two methods only by creating an object. Say this, it throws error message. So with that object reference I can call these methods. Okay, say this, with that object reference I called these methods, and when I run it I'll get the answers 40, 30, right? Okay. Okay, can we call one class in another class like methods? Yes, we can. We can create, I can create object of this class into other classes. We are going to work on it, but that is depends on this access modifiers, public, private, whatever it is. There are four different access modifiers. So based on that particular access modifiers, we can use, we can create objects or any other calling methods and all. Okay, is that clear, Krishna? Which we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. Okay, any other questions? What will be the topics for next week? Just for curiosity. Superb. Yeah. We'll be learning about, 1 second. Let me. We'll be learning about methods and constructors. Methods is nothing but functions. We have, though I taught you one basic functions, but we have multiple types of functions, like function with parameters, function with return type and all. And constructors we are going to learn. We are going to learn method overloading. We are going to learn method overriding. We are going to learn interfaces. We are going to learn access modifiers. Okay. We are going to learn abstract class as well. Yeah, so these will be the topics for the next week, plus we are going to start the basics of Selenium as well. Okay, all right, any other questions? Sure, for sure I'll share the PPT along with the recorded today's recorded session. No worries with that. We, yeah, along with the programs as well what we practiced, so no worries with that. Okay, any other questions? So when will be the next class? It's going to be same next Saturday morning 11 a.m. Okay, good, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, Asleen. Are you in IST time zone? Yes, Darshan. Uh, Thank you, Snehans, sorry. Thank you, Darshan. Thank you, Murli. Thank you, Apeksha. And can I have Okay, thank you all. Okay, thank you. Is there instructions in stock to install Eclipse? Yes, I have Eclipse. I have mentioned for Java, but I don't remember Eclipse. Eclipse, I don't know. I don't remember whether that document has Eclipse also or not. Hardeep, it was provided in yesterday's email. Okay, super, good. Okay, I found only Java. Okay, you can check it. Okay, the video I meant. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Fine then. If we don't have any other questions, it's time to winding up the session. Okay. Thank you all. Yes, it's in the video. Yeah. I'm stopping the sharing.